everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing well. As Algeria welcome the sweet and sour beast, none other than Ibrahim Maza. Welcome to the squad, son. Born in Germany, mother from Vietnam, dad from Algeria, and it's his dad's country that he has selected. So that's the big talking point from this squad, and it's a big blow to the Germans. You've got to say, it's like 1982 all over again. For them to lose such a young talent like Maza, and for him to go to Algeria at 18 years of age, no hesitation, no wait and see. If Germany call me, straight in, bang, I want to play for the Algerian national team. That's what we like to see. So Maza is the big new name in this squad. There's a couple of new names in this squad as well that are more from the local league in Algeria, but the big talking points of this squad is perhaps the names that are not here. It's quite remarkable, some of the names that aren't in this squad, which we'll come to in a second. But you see the squad on your screen right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and who is the biggest miss in this Algeria squad. I know a lot of people are probably going to be saying Farid Shaibi, judging by the backlash already towards Vladimir Petkovic. So start off with the goalkeepers. Now usually the goalkeepers has the least amount of talking points in any squad that I sort of talk about. I cannot believe these goalkeeper selections. Not saying they're good or bad, I'm just shocked almost that we've got no Anthony Mandrea in this squad. When is the last time Mandrea didn't even start in goal, let alone not be in the squad? He's gone from first choice to not even the third choice, to fourth choice at best. That seems a bit weird to me. If you didn't want Mandrea to be a number one, you'd call him, but you'd bench him. So I can't understand why he's not in this squad. So I wouldn't be shocked if there was something behind the scenes, like a family matter, or he couldn't make it for some reason or another. Because if Petkovic has suddenly decided, don't want Mandrea in goal, that's absolute madness. This guy's been the number one, even been Petkovic's number one. The last two games we just played in these AFCON qualifiers, Mandrea played both those games in goal. And he even called up Ukija out of retirement to be the backup third choice. And even Ukija is not in this goalkeeper selection either. It's a pretty weak trio of Algerian goalies. You think about having the likes of Mandrea, Mbolhi, Ukija. Now, got near enough no one that's barely played a game for the national team. You've got Alexis Gendouzi, who plays in Iran, where since he's moved to Iran, he's been getting called up. I don't know why. Maybe because he's been playing in the Asian Champions League. He even saved the penalty from Riyad Mahrez in the Asian Champions League, funnily enough. You got him in. You'd expect him from those three to be the number one. And when Mandrea had a little knock against Liberia, it was Gendouzi that was warming up. It wasn't Ukija. So, expecting Gendouzi to be the goalkeeper. You've got Ben Bort, who's been in and around as the third choice for a number of years, and he's been to a couple of tournaments as a third choice backup. He's back into the fold. So you've got no Ukija, you've got no Mandrea, and then out of the blue nowhere, the Constantine goalkeeper, Ibrahim, has been called up as well. So I don't think he's going to see any game time. It's just kind of a reward to let players on the outskirts get to train with the squad. So I'm a bit confused, Mr. Vladimir, Uncle Vlad, why you've not called up Anthony or Alexandra in the goalkeeping areas. You've gone for Alexis. Look at these textbook Algerian names here, Alexandra, Anthony and Alexis. But yeah, I think Gendouzi will be the keeper. I think it'll be a good opportunity to see him. And look, for whatever reason there's no Mandrea or Ukija, what an opportunity for Gendouzi to try and take that goalkeeping spot and make it his own. Because Mandrea has been good, but not great. Then we come to the defence, and of course there is no place for Yusuf Atal. He has been injured. Look, there's three things I can assure you in life: death, taxes, and Atal picking up an injury. And unfortunately, that's what keeps happening. He's moved to Al Sadd in the Qatari League. We're thinking, here we go. He's finally playing football again, because of course the last time Atal was called up, he was great. He was fantastic off the bench, but of course didn't have a club. We're thinking, here we go. He's going to get more match fit. Now he's got a team playing for Al Sadd. No, he's got injured after 22 minutes in the Asian Champions League. So Atal misses out through injury. Brilliant opportunity now for the impressive Mo Farsi, who was really good in the game against Liberia. Of course, Farsi got an assist on his debut. It looks like he would get that starting position now, because there's no Van den Kerkhoff, there's no Atal. You've got Farsi coming in, and you've got Redouani from Usma getting called up for the first time as well. So Farsi looking like he's going to get back-to-back starts for the national team. It should be enough for Togo, but it's a big ask of Farsi. He's only played one game. For sure he's talented, but to throw him in a Togo away could be quite a big task for him. Left back, you've got Ait-Nouri, you've got Hadjem. That's pretty standard. Ait-Nouri's recovered well from the injury and he scored against Liverpool as well. I think when he scored against Liverpool, Salah scored against them. It was the first time two North Africans had scored against each other in a Premier League game. Nice little stat there. Larouci doing well at Watford. Had a really good game against Preston. Played against Man City in their Carabao Cup. But he just can't get in over Hadjem. Hadjem is playing Champions League. Hadjem's been great in the last few games at Algeria. You can't expect Larouci to displace him or Ait-Nouri respectfully. So you can't really have too many complaints there. And then defensively, you've got usual suspects. You've got your Ben Sebaini's, you've got your Mandis, you've got your two guys. You've got Madani still in, despite getting sent off in the derby against Maloudia. You see with Kabali, he got a red for a malicious challenge using that new lovely JSK Stadium. He got a red card from VAR. Still enough for Petkovic to call him up. And Touba, a player that was almost a hero in Algerian folklore when you think about the header he scored against Cameroon that nearly took us to the World Cup. He's not been anywhere near a squad since, and he's now back in the fold. So good to see Touba fresh into the squad as well. I think overall, you can't really say there's a defence that's fit, that should be here. So there can't be too many complaints about the defence, and likelihood is that Redouane or Madani aren't going to see too much game time in these upcoming games. Then we come to the central midfield area, where of course Benassa is out until the new year, and it's really looking like, unfortunately, he is an injury prone player and there's not much you can do about that. Awari is back in, he's recovered from that miraculous injury that saw him out of the Liberia game. You've got Zorgan, you've got Zarouki, who had a torrid Champions League game in match day 1 where he had a goal disallowed, then gave the other team a goal in the same minute for Feyenoord. So it does seem a little bit of a weak area. You've got Kendusi as well. I don't know why in the official squad graphic they put Awar in the attackers. I get he's an attacking midfielder, but he's very much a central midfield choice. And it's good to see Boudaoui back from injury as well. Of course, he was named in the last squad, had to withdraw pretty quickly, but still no Kadri and stuff like that, no Abdelli. I'm a bit disappointed if they're not getting in over the likes of Kendusi. It's a bit odd, I can't lie. Now we get to the big boy talking points. This is where Petkovic starts to lose some support with his attacking choices. Now let me tell you guys, every manager has their favourites. Belmadi was obsessed with Belali, with Bunja, with Mahrez, and he never wanted to use a Badawi or someone like that. He was obsessed with Zarouki. He was obsessed with certain players. Petkovic is also obsessed with certain players. Since he's come in, he's relied on the likes of Benzia and players like that didn't really get a chance under Belmadi. So, it's no shock to me that you're going to see a Hadji Moussa and a Benzia all the time, because those are his favourite players. But it's the ones that aren't getting in. Mohamed Bashir Belloumi has been fantastic at Hull City. He scored a brace the other day. He's been really good. He scored 2 goals against Cardiff City in the Championship. The Hull fans are calling him the next Mahrez, and of course Mahrez, who's back in this squad by the way, who got a goal and an assist with Al Ali in the Asian Champions League. He started off Mahrez in the Championship. He went to Leicester when they were in the Championship, and there's a lot of similarities between him and how Belloumi has started at Hull. But okay, if you're not going to bring in Belloumi, why are you bringing in Hadji Moussa? Hadji Moussa does not even start for Feyenoord. I get he's a good dribbler. I get he comes off the bench a couple of times. I get his team are in the Champions League. He's not deserved of a place over Belloumi. And the other one, Faris Shaibi, I can't get my head around it. He obviously doesn't rate him. He said in the press conference he's not good enough to be a forward. He's not good enough to be a midfield player. I think with the way that Benrahma's played, Shaibi's certainly got an opportunity to be on the left wing. But clearly, for whatever reason, that's not materialising. I get Bouanani is in. I'm very much a positive thinker behind that one. I think Bouanani had to be in. He's back at Nice. He's played in the Europa League. I think Bouanani in is a good move. But I think no Belloumi and no Shaibi. It's a bit odd. It's a little bit odd. The Belali one I get. You can't bring Belali in because he scored against some Somalis. Respectfully, that's not the criteria here. Belloumi is scoring in the Championship but doesn't get called. I'm sick of this Belali obsession. I don't get it. You wanted him back in Cameroon, out in the group. You wanted him back in Cote d'Ivoire, left wing, out in the group. It's done. Done for me. Done. So, Benrahma's not been great. He's had issues off the field with Leon, but I'd have a Shaibi there, or even Belloumi on the left, or anything. So that's where I think the problems lie. I wouldn't have had Hadji Moussa. It's good Mahrez is in. It's good Bouanani is in. You've got Benrahma for the left. You've got Guiri, who's been good under Petkovic. He's much better as a number 9. I don't know why Belmadi played Guiri on the left. You've got Baghdad Bunjak keeping his place still in the squad. You've got to think Andy Delors, if he plays well in the Algerian league with MCA, he'll be knocking on the door as well. But he's not in this one. So you've got Bounjah and Guiri that can play up top. But perhaps what's really exciting is Amora. And the way he started at Wolfsburg since coming back from injury is really, really exciting. And I think Amora could really set African football on fire if he can get a good run of games together. He's never really had a run of games in the Algeria team starting. If we can get Amora and Guiri in the right areas, in the right starting 11, it could be magical, it could be majestic. But it's a real shame that those players like Shaibi and Baloumi are not a part of the setup. So there's good enough attacking players there to beat the likes of Togo home and away. But when there's bigger tests, it remains to be seen. Clearly there's been a disciplinary. Something personal has happened between Shaibi and Baloumi. You see it all the time, managers with their favourites, like I said at the beginning of the video. Something's gone on there. So disappointing, but a good enough squad. And of course, Ibrahim Maza is the big talking point. Can play midfield, number 10 on the wing, even up front if you want. That's a really nice addition. Let's get him capped so no one else can ever take him. Let's see what he could do. 18-year-old exciting forward for Algeria. So what are your thoughts on this squad? It should get the job done, but certainly there's some missing players that will come back to bite Petkovic should Algeria fail. Should be Shaibi there, should be Bouanani there. I think he's done the right thing keeping out Yusuf Belaili.